Welcome to the first video weekly legislative report of the Florida Conference of Catholic Bishops. It's Friday, March 8th, the end of the first official week of the legislative session. My name is Michael Sheedy. I'm the Director of Public Policy at the Florida Bishops Conference. I'd like to say a little bit about two issues that have received a great deal of attention in the weeks preceding the session and this week. The first involves the death penalty. The House Subcommittee took up a bill to repeal the use of the death penalty here in Florida. We support that position, given that we believe that if our state can protect itself and its citizenry from our most dangerous criminals without executing them, we ought to do that. We believe we can do that here in Florida, and we ought not continue executing people. Unfortunately, that bill was defeated in its committee, but it did give an opportunity to shed light on some of the most difficult problems with the application of the death penalty here in Florida. Second, another issue that has received a great deal of attention is whether or not our state should expand Medicaid under provisions of the Federal Affordable Care Act. On Monday, I had the opportunity to express our support to a joint meeting of the House and Senate Select Committees on the Affordable Care Act. Governor Scott has actually supported this position in a recent development. Senate leaders indicated their tentative support for it. Unfortunately, the House leaders did decide that they would not proceed with that expansion. That said, we do anticipate that over the rest of the session there will be a number of conversations about how to make the best use of the resources available to our state through the Affordable Care Act. In the coming week, we do expect activity on three important issues of priority to us. The first involves the death penalty again, and requiring a unanimous jury recommendation before we can sentence people to death. Florida today is one of only 3 states that does not have this requirement. In fact, we can execute people on a 7-5 jury recommendation. The second bill that will receive activity next week is the school safety bill, which allows private schools to opt into a school district's emergency notification system in cases of emergencies. And finally, we do expect a domestic partnership registry bill to be heard in the Senate Children, Families, and Elder Affairs Committee meeting next Tuesday. We do support protecting rights for all people for things such as hospital visitation, but those rights exist today, and they can be further extended without establishing an alternative to traditional marriage, which might have the unintended effect of harming the institution of marriage and the benefits it provides to families and to society in general. So we thank you for tuning in today. We ask you to follow us on our website and to review our written report, which has information on more bills and more activities, and we ask the Lord to prosper the work of our hands.